All right, today I'm going to get started on building this set. This is one of the Lego Creator 3-in-1 sets, number 31134 Space Shuttle. It's got 144 pieces, probably not going to use all of them for the Space Shuttle. It looks like the other two options that I have are this nifty little space fighter thing or an astronaut. But I think today I'm going to build the shuttle. So, let's get started. I've got the paper bowl, as usual, to hold the pieces, which I'm going to move back out of shot while I open it up. There's one bag, and there's 3 sets of instructions. And I believe that's it. Alright. Box goes away. Those go away. These stay. That goes away. And there's one loose piece sitting on its own. Alright. Well, I might as well open these up. Yep, that's everything. Alright, let's see. Nice close-up of my super dry hands. Step number 1, we need this interesting looking piece with a bunch of top connectors and one of these 3x2s. So let's find both of those. So we got that. And that. Put them together. Step 2, we need to expand this body a little bit. We need 2 of those. There's one. Can you see the other one? Let me know if you see it. I'm just kidding. I know you can't tell me anything. Not until after. There. Okay. 1, 2. Alright, next we put a little plank on the back. It'll be a dark gray. I'm going to take these big parts and set them out on their own. I'm not too worried about losing those. Here we go. Alright. Step number 4. It looks like we're going to have a couple wings. These ones, which I already just took out. So this is obviously the main body of the shuttle. It looks like we put 2 of these white clippy-any pieces on next. I guess if I do any bigger sets like this, I'm probably going to need a bigger bowl. There's one. In fact, I'm going to take out more big pieces to make it easier to look through it. For the little ones. And clearly, the few that I just took out weren't enough, but I do need 2 of these, right? There's got to be 2 in here. Here we go. Alright, those go like this and this. Next page. Oh, this will be easy. We just take this and put it there. And the next one's going to be easy too. We take this and put it there. Alright, next we build out this, this would be the cabin section a little bit. so we need this. Put that right there. And then we need 2 of these little tan pieces. There's 1. And there's 2. Alright, next step. We need a couple 3x2s, and just to put them on the sides, that would be the outer walls. So there's 1, there's 2, and it looks like we line them up more or less like that. Hopefully more, not less. It's not looking like much of a shuttle yet. Alright, this came out. Next, we're adding on a little bit of the side of the nose. So 2 black pieces and 2 white pieces. Now, I know I've seen some of these. Well, we need ones that are half this size. There's 1. There's 1 black one. Let's just put those on. There. And like that. 2 more. There's another one. And there is the black one. Here we go. Alright. Black and white. The black tiles probably represent the special heat tiles that the space shuttle had, because those would be the parts of the shuttle that would take the brunt of the hot air during re-entry. Alright, looks like we need 2 of these quarter pipe kind of pieces. So there's 1, there's the other. And they go like this. Oops. Yeah, that's looking reasonably good. Step number 12. We flip it around, and we need 1 each of 3 different pieces. So we need 1 vampy bit, not like that. Kind of like that, but... Oh, is it? No, it's not like that. That's a flat bit. Alright, let's see what else we need. I'll look for the other ones, and I'll probably find that. 1 2x2 that has... Hey, this is it. This is the other thing we're looking for. So that one's going to go there. And then we need 1 of these. And then I need 1 other piece that I couldn't find. And if I was doing any editing of these videos, I would probably speed right through this part. But since I'm not, I won't. Alright, let's do it this way. Spread it all out a bit. I'm going to sort the white pieces over. Here we go. Here's what we're looking for. Alright, that goes right in the front. Alright, out of the way. Next, we need 2 of these little smoked glass kind of pieces, and those are going to represent the windshield, or the glass that they can see out the front, which is kind of crazy to have that on something flying to space and flying back from space, but I can understand wanting to look out the window, see where you're going. When the space shuttle landed, they flew it like a glider, although it was not a very good glider, apparently. It did not glide very well. But, well, there were 2 big disasters with shuttles, but none of them involved landing. Alright. Looks like we're building on the next deck of the cabin. So, again, we need 3 pieces. We need 1 of these, 1 of these flat pieces. Come on. And 1 of these. And that goes... That doesn't seem right to me. because it isn't right. This one doesn't go like that. It goes like this. Silly. There we go. That actually doesn't make a ton of sense to me because, well, I guess it's solid enough. Okay, never mind. Alright, now we need 4 more pieces, 2 of the flat ones, 2 of these 2x2 slopey ones. Let's get 1 of the slopey ones. Not these big slopey ones, but we'll need those later. There's another slopey one and 1 of the 1x2 flats. And another 1x2 flat. Alright, those 1x2 flats go on first. 1 here. There. Nope. Like this. Come on. There we go. And 1 like that. And then this goes on top like that. And now this is really starting to look like the cabin of the space shuttle. And normally, this was the only part that the astronauts went in. The cargo would go back here, and sometimes they put cargo in there that they could go in, but not every time. Alright, looks like we put 2 little white wing pieces along the side next. Those are probably pieces that I haven't pulled out yet, but I found one right away. And the other one is right in front of my eyes. Alright, now it looks like it's time for the big black panel that I set aside immediately. This will be the cargo bay. We're on step 17. We've got quite a ways to go. Alright, 2 more of these little special 2x2 pieces. And I found them right away. I guess finding pieces will get easier as we go through the build, especially since I've got them all poured out like this. Next we need 4 of these little half pipe kind of things, and those all go right along the front. 1, 2. Nope, that's not one. Those are slopey bits, not curvy bits. Here's another one. Come on. Ah, here we go. Found it. There. Now, on to the next page. Okay, we need this and another one just like it. I see right here. And they go very predictably right there and right there. And I see for the next step, we take these 2 wing pieces and we put them on. The space shuttle had very big wings so that it could launch up, go around the world over the North Pole, or maybe the South Pole, I actually don't know which one, and then come back and land within the US within 1 orbit. They never ended up needing to do that, but they built it, the whole thing, around being able to do that just in case they needed to. Alright, 2 of these little flat corner bits. So here's one, and here's the other. It looks like they go like that. Yep. Okay. 2 more of the slopey things and 2 clippy things. Here's 1, 2 slopey things, and 1, 2 light gray clippy things. Clippy thing, clippy thing. Slopey thing, slopey thing. That's really coming together. Alright. We need 2 2x3 planks and 2 1x1 dotty planks. So here's a 1x1. Here's a 1x1. Here's a 2x3. And here's a 2x3. Let's see where they go. That one is flat. Okay. They go flat up against this tan bottom of the cargo bay. And there. And there. Maybe when I do some of the big ones, I'll do them as a live stream, and I could see people try to talk to me on there. But I don't think I'll get enough people watching it to make that worth my while. Okay, step number 25. We need one of these corner pieces and two of those other different types of corner pieces. So here's the white pieces we need. And where are the light gray ones? Let's just start making a pile of light gray pieces off here in the corner. As I look, I'm going to move white pieces over here as I get them out of the way. Ah, here we go. There, where does the corner piece go? Ah, I see. Corner piece goes like that. These pieces continue building out this upper white wing surface. The front of the wings is going to stay black because those would have also been protected by the thicker heat shield tiles because they would have been biting into the wind. Alright, this is an interesting looking step, and by seeing the staples we know that we are halfway done. I need 2 little red pieces, 2 dark blue pieces, 2 of these interesting corner ones, and 1 more of these 3 L-shaped ones. So I found an L-shaped one right here. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that on where it goes. Now let's find everything else that we need. We need 2 of these, so there's 1. And sorry for bumping you. Here's the other. Those ones continue to build out this upper triangle on the wings. And then we need red on the outside and dark blue. Oh yeah, you could see the dark blue pretty good. I was worried you wouldn't be able to see it in the camera as well as I could see it here, but I think if anything, it looks even more blue through the camera than it does through my eye. Alright, we're more than halfway done now. Step number 27. We've got 2 of these long white planks and 2 of these. So these go at the very ends of the wings. And I've got the 2 long white planks already set aside. So that was easy. Alright. I don't remember all of my aircraft terminology, but we've got these flappy bits that go on the back. I'm assuming that they're not articulated on this model, which is fine, considering how small it is. But at least they're there. Alright, looks like we're working on something completely separate now. Sorry about that. It is very dry in my house right now. Alright, we start with this. And then we put one of these on in a corner. Not that corner, that corner. Oh, I guess it didn't really matter which corner I put it in because I was going to get both of them anyway, but we go there and then we get this tan brick right there. Next one, I'm not even going to bring that back up because we're just going to put something right there. See? This is probably going to be the thing that goes at the back with the engines and everything. The Space Shuttle had 3 big engines on it, but it actually didn't carry the fuel for those engines on board the shuttle itself. The big orange tank that it was attached to was actually the fuel for those engines. Alright, we have a tan, this thing, sticking off the back. And then one of these dark gray 1x2 roundy bits next to it. Next we have 2 of these sticking out the sides. There. That's the center of shot, more or less. That, there. Alright, 2 more of these. Those go down here and down here. Yeah, so the Space Shuttle had actually 5 big engines on them. Well, 3 of them were really big. 2 of them were a little bit smaller. The 2 slightly smaller ones, it did have fuel on board for those. And interestingly, those ones were based on the same type of engine that the Apollo service module had. It used those for adjusting the orbit and coming back to Earth. So we need 2 of these next. 1, 2. And they go pretty predictably like that and like that. I get a feeling we're not going to see those slightly smaller engines on here, though. Those ones are called the OMS, and they're a little bit smaller, so they're going to be harder to represent at this scale. There, we need one of the flat white pieces. If I could find one, here we go. I don't want to lose that. Alright, we need to build up a couple of these rotatey things. So we need this and another one like that. And we need 2 of these. Now where's the other one like that? Here's the other one like that. Now there are 2 ways these could go, but the instructions tell me to put them like this. And I'm going to start them off like this, straight up and down, so that I could get them in here. But they rotate back afterwards, and I've got a feeling that that's where they're going to stay. Ah, here we go. Now this gets installed in the back of the shuttle. Not all the way at the back, interestingly. There. Alright. What are we doing next? One of these. 2 of these. And 2 of these. Man, this is taking a while. Alright. This goes straight on the back. These must be the main engines. We still have most of the main engines built for space shuttles, and they are planned to be used for new rockets eventually. Alright, looks like we're building. This is probably going to be a mount for the 3rd main engine. So this, and by we, of course, I mean NASA. I'm not actually part of NASA, though. Okay, we need one of those dark gray, one of these. Go on. That goes on like this, which is a little bit backwards to my expectation, but that's what the instructions say. And then we fit it back here. Alright, now it looks like we're building the bells of the engines. So we have this little radar dish to simulate the exhaust, although the exhaust on the space shuttle engines would probably be more of a bluish color because they burned hydrogen. And by the time that the space shuttle was detached from its external tank, they wouldn't look much like anything because they didn't have any fuel or oxidizer anymore. But that's okay, it looks cool. Two of these bigger slopey bits to go on the sides. So these ones attach to these rotating parts. There we go. Oh, we're putting the main fin on. That is a really big fin. That's because when it's coming in at supersonic speeds, you need really big control surfaces to steer it. And they expected to need to steer it a lot when it was doing that special mission that I mentioned earlier. Which they never had to do. Alright, looks like we're going to put on the third engine. This one has a slightly more complicated design. And by slightly, I mean one more piece. There. That goes like that. And the engines really could move up and down and side to side a little bit so that they could point the spacecraft in the right direction during launch. But by the time it was all the way into space, it didn't really need that anymore. And these ones don't have the full motion, of course, but that's okay. Alright, now let's set this aside. It looks like we're going to work on the payload, which is some type of satellite. So these apparently are what are being represented by orange, so that's fine. And this is pretty straightforward. These must represent the solar panels. Unfortunately, the space shuttle never really lived up to its intended... How is this supposed to fit in here? Does it actually... I'm just going to look back to see if there's any kind of mounting plate or anything that I'm missing. I guess it would make sense if this was just fitting in there loosely, because things wouldn't exactly be free to wiggle around during launch, but the idea of putting a satellite on the cargo bay is that you could take it up into space and leave it there. Maybe not quite that easily, but that's okay. Oh, we're going to do the Canadarm next. Nice. This was a special feature of the space shuttle that was so useful that when they built the space station, they decided that they wanted to have one just like it. And they do. And that attaches to the front. Ah, I see. And that could grasp onto the satellite. Get these solar panels at the right angle. Can you see that? Yeah. Click. There. Now when it wants to launch the satellite, it just lifts it up and lets it go. I'm guessing that we're going to be building the doors next, because there's not a whole lot else that we could do. Alright, this tells us everything we need, but I got a feeling I'm not going to need that list, because there's not many pieces left. So we start off like this, and we fill this whole thing with these 90-degree face pieces. Oops. Put one of these there to hold it in place, and then put these on. Those are going to be the hinges. And then we just put these on top of it for the aerodynamicness. Alright, let's make another one of those. This, and this. And it looks like putting these on is going to be the last step, which leaves me with not many extra pieces. So this probably was the best one to choose to build, because then I won't have to keep track of as many extra pieces. All right. One door on here. Oops. Come on. There we go. Click in place. And one door on here. All right. That's set. Okay, now it's telling us how to play around with it. So another thing that the shuttle could famously do is it could go up into space, it could meet up with a satellite that was already there, and then it could catch it, and astronauts could go out and work on it. And that's one of the few things that it could do that nothing else could really do. All right, let's play around with it a bit. Okay, we're up in space. Open the doors. Launch the satellite. Rotate it. And put the solar panels out. And let go. And it slowly floats away. All right, let's go home. Down. Close. Flying down and land on the runway. All right, that's over half an hour working on that. Thank you for coming along with me. I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good one.